What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be showing you how to remove the background in a video, and then also using that same video on an overlay over another background. Things aren't always perfect when you do it in this, but let's go ahead and get started and see what we can do. I already have two reference videos that I kind of downloaded and played with to make sure it would work well, because not everything is going to be perfect. Again, you'll have to play with different clips and see what works. But first, we're going to take a clip of this guy walking from left to right, landscape, and drag it down to our timeline in DaVinci Resolve. You can do this in the free version. I believe the paid version has quite a few new features that are worth digging into. They have GPU utilization, which can make encoding faster. One of the things that I like is the automatic captions. We take this video though, we click the blue timeline for the video. Go to the Fusion tab, click Media In, Control and Spacebar at the same time. Search for Magic Mask and Add. Now that that's here, we're going to find a good frame to start at. So I'm going to use my keyboard arrow keys, the right arrow key, to move forward until he's standing just inside of this blue sky area here, kind of pointed out. And this way it makes it a little easier for the mask to differentiate and know where the background is, where he is, and what to remove. Because before we go to the beginning, you can see it kind of blends in his hair with the building there, and it'll make it hard for it to disappear. But if we start somewhere like right here, since we're at the mask, we just click and drag, basically left click and draw over our individual. I tend to draw kind of on the inside outer rim around the whole subject. And the reason being is that I've noticed that if I don't, it tends to miss some of the subject, and we don't want that. We want all of him. And hopefully this works mostly without flaws, but we'll see. Results may vary depending on the clip, depending on the time, depending on how your computer feels. And I'm trying to be careful here as to not get outside of him, because we don't want to include any of that. And sometimes it'll still do a little bit, but it's pretty good. Look at that. That's pretty dang solid, I'd say. It's hard to see really because we've got the drawing on him, right? But since that's there now, what we can do is, actually I'm going to go to edit here, right? And what I'm doing is I'm cutting everything before this because we're not going to need it. I'm going to come back here, and we already drew the mask on here. We're going to, in this magic mask area, click on track forward. And what's this going to do is actually track and make the background disappear. This can take about, I'd say 5 to 10 times the clip length, depending on what you're doing. You can see this takes pretty long. All right. It looks like it completed. I had to do it frame by frame to try and do it perfectly. So we'll go back to the Edit tab. We're going to take our clip, drag it to the start. Should have done that earlier. And drag our timeline marker to the start. We'll press the space bar to play. And as we can see, it looks pretty decent. Again, it's never probably going to be perfect, but this is as good as it gets. I like that. I like the quality. And so now we're going to drag this up to make it basically on the second video track here. You can see it created a second one. And this kind of works with layering. So since 2 is on top of 1, we're going to take this background and put it on the first video track. And he should be on top of it, which he is. But now, he is not in line with the ground. That's another easy fix. So we'll click on him, this video track too, since we moved it. We go into transform and position. Y is going to move you up and down, right? And so you can see here, up and down. We're going to kind of just put them right here. I mean, it's not going to look perfect. Again, this is just a sloppy video to show you the power of DaVinci Resolve and what you can do. It's going to be up to you to imagine what you can create, but I like that spot, I think. We'll see it in a second. Now what I'm going to do is press this minus sign to zoom out the whole timeline. Click this middle track, which video and audio, there's no audio there, but it technically comes with an audio track of the background. So we're going to move this backwards and cut it to the same length as the rest of the video with the guy on the background. And let's see how it looks. Again, it's not perfect, but that looks pretty damn good, I'd say. Almost spot on. So if we like that, which I think we do, we don't really need to add music to it, but we can if we want to. You know what, let's do that, why not? I'm gonna grab a song I have that's royalty free and put it in our little master pool over here of media. We have this lime soda. You don't get to really hear what it sounds like there. Sorry, but put it down here now. We can just actually replace this music because that does not really matter. There's no sound there. So we'll replace the music. We'll cut it off by pressing B. That causes a break here. And then we press left click on the mouse, puts a breakpoint, splits this clip, right? So now if I left click, I press A to get out of that breakpoint, and I left click on this clip, backspace, delete. All right, pretty solid. What else can we do just to kind of make it sound eh? Let's go ahead and drag this timeline thing marker out. It'll basically cause a fade in effect, as well as if you drag at the end, a fade out. And it's not exactly identical. You can see the times here. It's 1:11. We'll make it identical, right? There we go, 1:11. But doing that, and then also normalizing our audio levels. This might sound a little quiet here, but trust me, when we put it on social media or whatever, the volume is going to sound normalized. And there you have it. There's your perfect video. Background removed. Man put over another 2D background. Some music. Cool little clip. So what do we do now? We go to the Deliver tab. Rename it, right? We'll just say guy doing stuff. We're gonna make the format an MP4. That's my format of choice just because it's kind of compatible with most everything. And this one is just a normal 1920 by 1080 horizontal video. We're not using a vertical video for short form or anything like that, so that's fine. We don't need to change any of those settings. The location, I have a dedicated shorts area here that I save stuff in, so say guy doing stuff, boom. Add to render queue and render all. And this will take a little bit of time depending on how long the video is. For us, it was pretty instant. And then we will open our video. Let's see. There you have it. If you need any more tips, make sure you follow. Subscribe if you like this content. We have plenty of more where this is coming from for multiple other apps and everything else. So let me know.